Okay. All right. So Rafa and Jane, mm, I'm I'm here to support connection, and I'll use my skills, and my intention is to facilitate a dialogue, because I hear that there is a situation that both of you are dealing with. So I'm hoping for some creative options emerging from the connection and possible dialogue. And I might intervene at times to support connection or clarity. Um, so, do you have any questions before we start?
No. No?
No? Okay. Thank you for your trust and your openness to this mediation. And yeah, as I understand, the situation is around the use of the open land around your home, and also there has been a change in the landlord. Like earlier, the tenants, you all were there. Jane and Rafa's father was the landlord, and now there is a change, and with that, some confusion or need for some clarity. Um, and that's and initially, I would like to invite both of you to share if there's anything else that you want to draw my attention to. So, is there one of you who would like to go first? Rafa?
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand. Like, we've been talking about this so often. I don't even understand what else to discuss. Like, it's clear there's these rules. We're the
Mm-hmm.
landlords. You
Mm-hmm.
rent the space. You can be lucky that you can rent it, that you've been renting it for so many years. But
Mm-hmm.
like, you cannot just do it. Like, if you really want to do
Mm.
whatever you want, then you have to buy your own place.
Okay, so Rafa, I'm hearing that um, you would like Jane to have have some sense of clarity around the new arrangement that you want. Is that so? So it's around new arrangement and clarity. Okay.
Yeah, and that it actually uh, will work like that.
Okay. So thank you. Thank you. And Jane, I request you to just mention to Rafa that he would like you to know that there are some new arrangements, and that there is some clarity around that, and then we can discuss any concerns that you might have about that. So, Jane, would you let Rafa know um, that he's longing for clarity between the two of you around the new arrangements? Would you let him know that? That's what he wants. You don't have to agree to it, but just to acknowledge that that's his need
Okay, he needs clarity around this.
around the new arrangement that he's wanting to establish.
Okay.
Mhm. Thank you, Jane. Mm, yeah. And Rafa, how is that for you to hear? Does that kind of makes, I mean, settle that crux of the situation?
Yeah, it just, I mean, it really feels like you, Jane, don't really understand like all that we
Mhm.
already offer you for all of this, and you
Mhm.
kind of just want more and more and don't even want to ask for it. And I don't get it. Like,
Okay.
how can you not understand that you were the
All
person?
right. All right, Rafa, I hear you, and I'm also a little concerned around, um, that you seem to be quite stressed around this, Rafa. Yeah, I hear you, and also you're wanting understanding.
Yeah, I mean, it's my
Mm,
home. It's I
sure.
don't want to stress, and I
Mm-hmm.
just got a new baby last summer, and I just want to
Mm,
relax, and I cannot.
mm. Okay, you want to establish clarity about the arrangement and also want some understanding around your life situation right now.
Mm.
Okay, thank you. Jane, would you like to share um, how this change in the arrangement is affecting you, and also if there is any particular concern around the new arrangement?
It affects me wholly. I mean, I spent the money to build this fence.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it serves for their own safety as well, so
Okay.
that it's an open farm, and who knows who comes and go. And it is it is it is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
But now, because Rafa says he's the landlord, okay, I know that we are paying our money every month.
Mm-hmm.
So, but is we live together here, so we
Okay,
share this
so
space, and
yeah, thank
yeah,
you, Jane. So I'm hearing that you are clear about the new arrangement with the land change in the landlord, and also that you are wanting to contribute to safety. And
oh,
uh, in your opinion, the fence serves as a strategy for safety
yeah,
for both the families. Is that so?
yes.
Okay, so Rafa, could you please convey, reflect back to Jane that she wants to contribute to safety for both the families, and the
Mm.
fence is a strategy towards that. Could you convey that to her?
It's really hard because I think it's just not up to you, Jane. Uh,
Sure. So Rafa, may I intervene? At this moment, my request is just to convey to her that, just so that she feels heard or understood around wanting to contribute towards safety. You don't need to agree to that immediately. We are hoping for a dialogue. So would
yeah,
you put, yeah, thank you.
so you want to contribute to safety.
Mm, thank you. Um, Jane, is there anything more that you what that's important for you?
Yeah, I mean, I spent the money for the fence, and
Mm-hmm.
I didn't ask for any contribution. So
Mm-hmm.
it's their land. So
Mm-hmm.
it was not my obligation to
Mm,
spend the money.
mm. So,
But with good intentions,
mm,
we did
mm,
it. And I
mm,
don't get why it is not understood in this way, and just
mm,
um, rejecting it
mm,
because Rafa is the landlord. It's so.
mm,
Um,
mm.
I mean,
Is it
we
about
are not
respect?
enemies here. We are
Mm,
neighbors and helping each other.
mm.
So there is no need to be so harsh.
Okay. So is it about respect or consideration on that you're contributing with money and taking the initiative?
I mean, I want to be seen with my good intentions here. I don't have any. I don't want any to make any
Mm.
trouble here.
So you want
So
to be seen for your good intentions, and you would like harmony
of
as
course,
good neighbors. Okay,
yeah, we
thank
had
you.
for years this harmony.
Mm.
So
Okay.
why is it changing now?
Ah, okay. So you're longing for stability and harmony
Yeah,
as you have enjoyed earlier.
of course.
Okay. All right. So Rafa, um, I'm hearing Jane wanting to be seen for her intention and also longing for harmony and understanding. Could you please reflect back to her?
Yeah, your intention of buying that fence was a good one. Is that what you're
Mm-hmm.
saying? And that you want harmony?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Rafa.
Can I say something?
Yes, please. What's come up for you now?
Yeah, because I think I need to mention, like, when my dad was landlord, like, he just didn't set any necessary boundaries. And so you
Mm-hmm.
were living here as if it was your place, but it never was your place. And so you need to get that. Like, it's not your place. So you cannot just decide things here. It's me. I'm deciding here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So,
So you'd really like some clear boundaries and some sense of choice around the land that you own
yeah, you cannot just put
now.
a fence here.
Mm.
Like,
Mm. Okay. Thank you.
I want my friends to come and enter when they want, and
Mm.
I want them to use any entrance. Like, that's it.
And is that does that feel safe for you? And do you? I mean, there's also the sense of safety that Jane was wanting to contribute to. So, how does that land for you
Yeah,
with
it's
this option of choice of entry?
it has always been like this. Like, people always entered. It's been good. Um,
Mm.
and if they, like, how would it open and close? Then you would decide who enters and not. Like, there was a moment when you even sent some of my friends away. You said, like, you should not enter here, but that's wrong. They can enter wherever they want. It's our land, not
Okay.
yours.
Hmm. Okay, so I think we have clarity about the conflict as we speak more. And yeah, I'm kind of, what am I? If we were to take the need for safety and explore the options, because here I'm hearing Jane, I'm hearing Rafa having a concern about inclusion, of all the friends having ease to well feel welcomed. So the fence is the strategy of a fence seems a little complicated. So do you have, Jane, any other strategy for ensuring safety for you?
I mean, um,
May I suggest a
so
camera or something?
I just want to. It is related with the safety stuff, but
Hmm.
it's also related with the privacy.
Okay.
So of course it is their land. They are the
Hmm.
landowners.
Hmm.
I'm aware of that, but we have
Hmm.
this fence is also helping us to secure our privacy.
Hmm. Okay.
I just want to be acknowledged.
So I see that on the table now there is one more need for privacy.
Yeah.
And so there might be another solution for safety, but that may not serve the need for privacy.
Yeah.
All right, so I
So,
guess
and
we
the
need to
fans
continue the
helped, in
dialogue.
fact.
So can we
We, as,
pause? Yeah, thank you, Jane. Looking at the time, I'm suggesting that we pause right now with acknowledging the needs of contribution. Yes, yes, 6 minutes more, 4 seconds. Okay. So just acknowledging the needs that are on the table of contribution, definitely choice for the tenant, for the landlord, and privacy. And we can meet again. Is that okay?
yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Should we stop the recording or?
No, keep it on because I'm going to just hear it and I'd love your feedback also in it. So, yeah, if I give feedback to myself, it's like maybe I moved, the pressure of time got to me, and I did move took the connection for granted because the needs were acknowledged or expressed, and went a little bit sooner into strategies, I feel. Yeah. Besides that, I did enjoy or get a sense of some, um, you know, uh, dissolving some energy of trigger. Because as you were speaking, Rafa, I was looking at Jane, and I've learned that from Liv that we need to pay attention to the person who's at the impact, you know. So I guess that was helpful to some extent
Mm.
to decide how much time I can give to whom. But the intensity was higher than what I expected, but that's fine. That's fine. Thank you. And I'm open to feedback from the two of you who played the role, and then, of course, Jirka.
So I can start.
Yes, please.
I had the feeling like I don't have any power here. So
Mm.
I did some kind of stupid choice to buy this fence,
Mm.
and I cannot get rid of it because it's a huge money. The landlord will not give the money. We will not use it, and I'm really pissed off with my choices. So I'm regretting it. There's a huge regression in me,
Mm.
and I'm here the inferior one, and I want to have some kind of understanding. So I like the place. I don't want to move out. It's I'm living here for years, and it's my home.
Mm.
But the situation is so silly. I really longing for harmony and understanding from the landlord.
Mm. An acknowledgement
Yeah,
of the
acknowledgement that
intention. Yeah.
I like I am the victim here. Let's say
Mm.
there was a
Mm.
victim psychology in me, and I was angry with the
Mm.
situation. So and being seeing the landlord so strict and clear with the position it was blocking everything that I had no hope. Uh,
Mm.
so, but it was nice to be heard from the mediator, so that I'm longing for harmony and this
Mm.
privacy issue and security is really important for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. I would like to spend more time on this. It's really, I mean, yeah. Thank you. Sure.
Yeah. I think there's many things, like many different conflicts and needs in there. That's what I could see. And I
Mm,
mean, I felt very safe in the mediation
mm,
situation. I had, um, as you noticed, probably several things where I could get enraged and was like, oh, this just doesn't work, and like, and
mm,
I felt very. It was very helpful. Uh, your way of interrupting and
mm,
forcing me to reflect back. Um,
mm,
Also the privacy issue, like it definitely, like in that role, it triggered a lot. I was like, but it's not your place, so you will not have privacy. So if you want privacy, you cannot live in a rented apartment. Like it's not your. I mean, ugh. But so I'm curious what's all the things that are behind that. But I could notice like or get more a little bit more empathy with Rafa actually.
mm,
Also understanding that it's a new situation for him as a landlord, and
mm,
actually he's the young one. Like the
mm,
neighbors are the older ones, and they were like friends with his dad, and now
mm.
and that maybe he feels like he's powerless. So he's
Yeah,
trying all these things
yeah,
to be respected because he doesn't feel like he is, maybe, you know.
yeah.
So,
So it's
but
like offense is the best defense kind of thing.
mhm.
Mm.
Yeah.
And it's still like it's painful to witness this because because there is this actual power of like being the landlord, you know, like
Yeah.
in that sense you can say that and then that's it. Like that's
Mm,
so scary, I think. So weird. But
mm. And
also
also maybe because these people stayed there before, and he might have visited his dad and been cordial with the neighbors, and now he needs to be firm and
mm,
assertive and very uncomfortable.
or at least that's maybe the idea that he has
Mm,
in
mm.
order to be
Yeah,
respected.
yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
That his
So
needs are
you have some more empathy for him, and also you realize that there are many needs.
yeah.
Mm, okay.
Mm.
And I'm feeling relieved hearing that the interruptions were supportive. Yeah.
Yeah, it felt very smooth. Like the whole process felt very smooth. Like it helped me also to hear that your voice was, at least I think compared to the way that I was speaking, like a bit slower and
Mm,
um
mm,
but still firm also. Like
mm,
I
mm,
think it was important also to hear you in a clarity of like, we stop here. Can you like
mm. Yeah.
um, yeah,
And also, I guess when I said that you don't have to agree,
yeah.
you don't need to agree, or you're not agreeing, you're reflecting back. So that might help also. And I know that in taking care of you, I was stretching Jane's capacity to feel heard or feel that she had the power as well.
Mm.
So I'm aware of that. Yeah, I took a chance. It was more like first aid empathy to you, Rafa. Yeah.
Now I'm thinking
Mm,
about the role I was playing. It would be maybe helpful to be acknowledged like my world is changed completely.
yeah.
So it is not fun anymore. So
Mm,
and being heard with this, how painful it is for me. I have a grief. I have
yeah.
lost my friend. So we were
Mm,
so close.
mm,
And yeah, the relationship is changing, and it is not easy to accept the change
mm,
in my
mm,
in my position here.
yeah.
So maybe opening up help
Mm,
the mediator maybe can help me to open
mm,
up a little bit like
mm,
this, so
mm,
that the landlord can see the humanness, that
yeah.
there is grief because I am angry with the situation.
Yeah.
Probably there is grief behind. that I lost a valuable relationship for me. So maybe we could connect in somehow in this level. And when the landlord acknowledges me like that, we don't have to be friends, but my world has changed.
And I think, seeing so many needs on the table and also the power dynamics, I was thinking that, okay, let me just put all the needs on the table right now and say that we're going to pause. So, and we come back and then maybe suggest that I speak to each one of you separately.
Yeah.
So that there is some level of empathy and connection with each one separately. And then we come back for a shared space.
Yeah.
So that's what was also coming to me as a creative next step.
Yes. Yeah.
I think it'd be great if they could have a real mediation.
Like many things, I feel like everything was already said. Just from my point, I really like what you do. Like overall feeling for me, it was like really going well. I like the clarity you were bringing in with each, reflecting back. Basically, when you summarize what person said, I like that you bring clarity. And you were also quite short when you were asking for reflections. So I like that you made it easier for the both parts to reflect back what you want to reflect, that you were clear on that. I very enjoy your interruptions. Like you interrupt Rafael like 3 times, and the third time it was you jumped just after like one word, and it was beautiful because there was already a lot of energy in that. So like Pia said, I thought that it supported the connection, that you didn't let it out of the control kind of. You also did at the beginning when Rafael was saying about he has kind of difficult situation in the life. I really like that you included it. That you kind of also did first empathy, or maybe not first aid, but just empathy. But you also included it in a kind of need that's something that he wants to acknowledge. That other party sees that. I found that kind of unintuitive, and from my point, it helped connection also.
And I think, I think since you've made notes, I just want to add here that I'm hoping that would also, when there is more time, create space for Jane to share her pain around losing a friend in Rafa's father, and also the difficulty around the change that she's facing. So it expands the space of experience.
It made like a precedent that this is also what we're speaking about.
Yeah.
Yes. So, and maybe just one thing more, like not about what you did, but I like the overall presence, that you were very attuned to what was going on, like you were empathic, but also firm. And in my sense, it created kind of good flow of the conversation. I thought also there was kind of balance, at least in the space, maybe not in the needs, but yeah. And the last thing, which I don't know why I like it, but at the end you said now we have more clarity about the conflict. And some kind of framing that you did by that, I thought that it helped to make transition to doing later.
Mm.
Kind of, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I was conscious about using the word conflict at that time. Before that, I did not want to use the word conflict. I said we have a situation. You know, when you use the word conflict, then the energy is already of two parties against each other. So only later did I say conflict, because then it is a conflict, you know, it's like, and it's about clarity of the conflict rather than conflict.
Yeah.
And I remember Jane, you as Jane, you know, I was concerned about not giving you empathy or time or that power, sense of power. And I did ask that, is there more that you would like to say? So, yeah, and then maybe I remember you saying something more about buying the fence or being wanting to be seen for your intention.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I kind of was, it was interesting for me that you went there and not somewhere else that I thought you would get angry, but you actually went to your need, and really the softer you was present. And I'm guessing it was also around sadness that the father is not there and the son and you are having this difficulty. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
And I have to deal with it.
yeah.
And you are
Because
my
you
love.
don't want to move. And right now, you are in a power under space at the same time. As a mediator, how can I bring back like this whole thing of, but you have spent money, and then maybe the connection would mean that Rafa may want to contribute, you know. I don't know, but there was hope in me. Yeah. And it was interesting, last point. It was interesting that, as I said earlier, also that as Rafa, you felt safe with the interruptions. So that was a learning for me. That interruptions are not, yeah, they're helpful when the intention is to, or there is no energy of judgment in me. Then the interruption lands as helpful. If I have if I have the energy of judgment, then it will go. It will, you will feel it. That's my sense. So yeah, thank you.
So for me, I am done with the time.
Mm.